happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know you guys could probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, you're definitely going to see this. And as we're witnessing another major disaster coming for the Walz campaign, this newest update. So we got Tim Walz sitting down, goofing up during his ABC interview with Michael Strahan. Guys, I'm excited to get into it. So we're not straight into it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, you guys, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks. Check this out. This is Tim Walz. One question about his life.
But it's one thing of trust. So there are going to be some people who say, we can't trust him to even tell the truth about himself.
Yeah.
What do you say to them?
Well, I said they know who I am. I know who I am. I know the work that I've done. I know that things get spun in a political environment. But I think what they see is, if they want to compare that talking about immigration policy or seeing the things that Donald Trump would say, I think there's a big difference than missing a date when you're there and again spinning something for a political reason. I'm very clear of who I've been. I'm very proud of 24 years of doing that work, and I think going to Congress and working for veterans, they want to see it and make the difference look a little different. I think people in Minnesota, my students, the folks I've worked with, members of Congress, they know who I am, and they know the policies we put in place have made an impact.
But if
I don't know, man. This guy just can't give a straight answer. He was paid to do it. You just see it right here. This guy, when asked, why are you lying? What's going on? He's getting called out on the constant, nonstop, habitual lie. You know, and he's saying that I know myself, and I think the American people know that I know myself. What kind of answer or excuse is that for you just flat out lying? It just does not make sense. Then it continues.
and you call yourself a knucklehead. Call yourself a knucklehead because you've made some statements that just aren't true. And the comment about weapons of war that I carried in war, which you didn't. You said that you were in Hong Kong during the Tiananmen Square massacre when you weren't. You kind of chalked it all up to bad grammar or getting the dates wrong.
Yeah.
But your opponents say you lied to make yourself look better. Do they have a point?
Well, look, 35 years ago, got the opportunity to be in Hong Kong, be in China, learned a lot about it, served 24 years in the National Guard, passionately, in an instance, talking about gun violence in schools, on an instance there. Proud of the service that I've done. Proud to be a teacher in that classroom. Proud to have been very public all these years and owning it when I, said, look, I was there in August of '89. And I think what you see here, you saw it in Minnesota. I've been elected 8 times here. These things have been very public for folks here. They see the results of things that we pass. We see a state that's a top 5 state for business. We see 3rd best state, top 3 state for raising a child. And we've got the best health care. And I think the policies, whether it be dealing with China and understanding China's human rights record, what you can be certain there is that Kamala Harris and I aren't going to, pick dictators on speed dial. See, Xi Jinping is doing a good job during COVID, as Donald Trump said. And I think those lessons learned over a lifetime of being very public, whether it's in the classroom or being elected.
Oh my goodness, guys. That's Tim Walz's answer to his lies. I'm telling you right now, he is studying. I think they're all studying from the same exact playbook, how to run the word salad, guys. That right there is what it was. Seems like we're getting a trend here from answering with Minnesota being ranked as a top 5 business state. I mean, come on. I've heard that time in, time out. It just doesn't make sense.
I want to go back to something you said on Tuesday. You said, I think all of us know the Electoral College needs to go. But the campaign came out later that night, and they said that's not their stance.
Yeah. Well, it's not the campaign's position. And the point I'm trying to make is that there's folks that feel every vote must count in every state. Mm-hmm. And I think some of folks feel that's not the case. Our campaign does that. And the point I'm saying is I'm in 5 states in 2 days. We're out there making the case that the campaign's position is clear, that that's not their position. Their position and my position is to make sure that everybody understands their vote, no matter what state they're in, matters.
So that's something that you and Vice President Harris disagree on?
I have spoken about it in the past, that she's been very clear on this, and the campaign, and my position is the campaign's position.
Wow, the campaign and my position is the same position. After all of that, he just said he, disagreed, or he His opinions differ from those of the campaign, or at least Kamala Harris. Now he's coming back full circle and saying, you know what, we're all on the same page, never mind. Then we got one of the biggest goofs coming of them all. We got Tim Walz when confronted about the rising grocery prices. He says it's misinformation, guys.
And let's talk about the economy. That is the top issue for voters out there. 74% of voters said the past year they've had to cut back on groceries because of the rising costs, of course. And a lot of those voters, they're concerned that they cast their vote for Kamala Harris, but she's responsible for that. So how do you reach those voters? What do you say to those voters who may blame her for the economy right now?
Yeah, folks in the middle. Well, we talked to them about what are the policies that are going to make a difference. And we see some of the data, but data doesn't impact people in their daily lives. Going to the grocery store and you see false information, whether it's bird flu impacting eggs. But the reality for most people is if those costs are up, they want to know what you're going to do about it. I think that's why she's focusing on making sure whether it's home ownership more affordable, tax cuts for the middle class, and let's just be candid about this. There's price gouging piece of this.
And let's talk about the economy.
Wow. And then to throw in that tidbit price gouging as a cherry on top, the wigglest way out of explaining Kamala Harris's economic policies, her plans for the ever rising prices that we're currently seeing today. I mean, come on, you guys. They're just a bunch of liars. They don't have a true campaign. It's all phony. It's fake. I'm telling you it right now. Listen to this guy's excuse. They all have the same lame excuses.
They were saying that, hey, these are policies that Kamala Harris could have done 3 years ago when she was in the White House with President Biden, and she never did. What do you say to people who bring that up?
Well, Donald Trump had 4 years to do it, if you're going to talk about that.
Donald Trump. Every single time. He didn't ask you about, Michael Strahan did not ask you about what Donald Trump did in the last 4 years. He's asking you about your presidential candidate, your running mate, Kamala Harris. This guy can never back her up. And that shows it all right there. You can't back your own candidate up. You got to shift the blame shift to Donald Trump every single time. And that shows you guys this is all a charade, a sham.
People who bring that up.
Well, Donald Trump had 4 years to do it, if you're going to talk about that. And what the point is, you need a partner in Congress. You've seen these. We've seen different bills that are ready to pass, and Donald Trump makes sure he steps in. We saw it around immigration, a bipartisan bill, widely respected, wanting to make a difference in this, holding true to our values, securing the border. Donald Trump steps in and says, look, that's going to hurt my political future. Let's not make it happen.
They were saying.
Wow. Okay. There we go, guys. Donald Trump is their key to, they think, winning this election. I guess they're going to keep blaming the guy who is bringing in crowds like this. I'm telling you right now, this guy is not the problem. Anyone who can bring in this much support is not the problem. I'll tell you that right now. This dude is bringing in historical crowds. We see this was in Butler, Pennsylvania, but I just had to show you guys the comparison. You know, we got these guys trying to paint the picture, say this guy is a terrible person. He's a bad man. He's the big bad orange guy. You know, he's the threat to democracy. Is going to, you know, be a dictator on day one. No, guys, this guy is bringing in over 100,000 folks. You can't tell me that the reason why these folks are not supporting the Harris Walz campaign is because they're misinformed. They're, you know, believing dis and misinformation. It's not the truth, guys. And we got Donald Trump. He's tweeting out here on True Social. He's saying Obama admits a total lack of enthusiasm for Kamala, especially with black men. I think Obama will be voting for me because he doesn't like the fact that Kamala is an extremely low IQ person. I mean, that's straight from the horse's mouth. Donald Trump, guys. I'm going to leave it there and let you guys hop in the comment section, man, and let me know your thoughts. Tim Walz driving this campaign straight through the floor. Hop in the comment section and let me know what you're thinking of it all. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one.